With the countdown on to Decision Day, a new parliamentary commissioner will oversee the general election after the contract of the former commissioner expired last week. Janae Noel Ferguson talked to the new Parliamentary Registration Department's boss and says that they are ready for the election.
Charles Aubrey was recently appointed acting parliamentary commissioner, succeeding Sherlyn Hall, whose contract expired last week. Hall did not request a contract extension. He became the center of controversy on advanced poll day on May 3rd. Not only did the polls open after the 8 o'clock hour, but thousands flocked to one location to participate, standing in line for hours. A decision that Hall reported was not made by him, but by Permanent Secretary Carl Smith. Now, while the Prime Minister has ordered an investigation into the matter, Aubrey will now oversee the election process. He shared with ZNS News that Hall will assist in ensuring there is a smooth transition.
Well, I have been appointed acting parliamentary commissioner. My understanding is that Mr. Hall's contract would have ended, and the government needed to appoint someone to complete this process. So I expect I will sit down with Mr. Hall during the course of the week to deal with the transition.
Moving forward, Aubrey says he's now tasked with ensuring that what took place on May 3rd is not repeated and that the election process runs as smooth as possible, not only here in New Providence, but throughout the country. Aubrey said he and his team spent the weekend ensuring that all mechanisms were in place.
Certain things that we have to do to ensure that ballots and the equipment required for the conduct of the elections throughout New Providence or the Bahamas. What we did this past weekend was to complete that process for all of the family islands. In addition to that, we've asked all of the returning officers in New Providence to come back in to recheck the registers against the counterfoils to give them that level of confidence that all is in order with the register. And that process is supposed to be completed by about midday today.
Noting challenges that were experienced with the register on advanced poll day, Hall said that while the register has already been certified with more than 180,000 voters, a review will take place shortly before Wednesday to shore up that process.
Yes, anyone who was on the advanced poll register who did not vote will still be allowed to vote come Wednesday. One of the issues, to my understanding, that happened on last week Wednesday was the late arrival of the ballot boxes, which compounded the situation. We don't expect that to happen this time. And that is why we can say with confidence that the family islands have all the material they need. And during the course of today and tomorrow, we will complete that exercise for New Providence.
Now, Aubrey also refuted claims of missing ballots in Grand Bahama.
Grand Bahama yesterday, doing what we needed to complete that exercise. When we were completed, and we were on the outside of the police station, I noticed a number of persons pulling up in party colors, a particular party, and they were concerned that while we were doing what we were doing, allegedly there was a supporter of another party who would have been in the room with us, but that is not the case. That was not the case.
And so no boxes were missing, nothing of that nature?
No ma'am, of course not.
And as the new acting parliamentary commissioner makes ready for May 10th, there are a number of persons still having to pick up their voters' cards. As you can see behind me, this line continues. The parliamentary commissioner says you can pick up your voters' card up until Election Day. Janae Noel Ferguson, ZNS Network News.